for the very first time, I murdered an NGC holder. I have never cracked open a PCGS or NGC holder until today. As you can see here, there is a dead NGC holder, and the reason I decided to open this is because, I don't know if you can tell there, but this thing was cracked on the corner. And this is actually how I got it in the mail. I ordered this from eBay, and it came cracked, even though on the eBay pictures it was not cracked, in the description or in the pictures. And I think what happened where I live right now, it gets really hot here. And like everywhere else here in the Midwest, it gets really hot. And I think that it got hot outside, hot in the mail truck, hot in the mailbox, whatever, and this thing, just like most plastic pieces, it just cracked. I have an older car that I drive, and the plastic dash is actually cracking because of the heat. Doesn't matter if I put a sun visor down or not, it's just getting so hot outside that it's cracking the cheap plastic dash at my various plastic pieces in my car. So thankfully my car is paid off, and I don't care too much about my ride as long as it gets me from point A to point B. It doesn't look too terribly bad, and I don't have a car payment. So I hate car payments, you guys. I have had car payments. I've had really nice cars and really nice car payments to go along with them. And I'm so happy not having a car payment. It's such a blessing to be able to have an older car. I mean, my car is not bad, but it's definitely not my preference. If I could go out there and get a really nice car and not have a car payment, I'd go for the latter option. But my car works. It gets me to where I need to go. It's decent. God, my cat's so crazy. But anyway, so I opened this thing up. Enough about cars, back to coins. This is weird. This feels, I don't know if if you've never opened up an NGC holder before, and I don't know how PCGS holders are because I've never opened one yet, but this is like a plastic / like foam material. It's really weird feeling. I mean, clearly it's plastic, but it has traits that make it feel a little bit like a foam. It's definitely kind of like a hybrid type plastic. I don't know what that is. But anyway, the reason I opened this coin, I could have kept it in a slab and just dealt with the damage, or I could have sent it in and got it re-slabbed for a cheaper price, but it happened to be a Washington quarter. And as you guys know, I'm building a Washington quarter set, and it happened to be a 1932 Washington quarter, one that I needed, and it was AU 55. And when I looked that up in the red book, an AU 50 1932 is only going between $15 and $25. So I don't feel too bad about opening that up out of the slab. I am getting a little concerned with looking at that 1932 D and S. I know those were the key dates, but damn, I didn't know those were going to cost me that much. Thankfully, all the rest of the coins are fairly inexpensive. 1934D is kind of pricey, so is the 35D. But it seems like maybe once I get out of the dirty 30s, things get a lot cheaper. So I don't have very many of those coins. I've got a really nice 39, and I've got the 32. And unfortunately, I've got the rest of the 30s, all of this. I've got a bunch of old coins here. In fact, I have all the 35s. Didn't it say what some of the 35s are kind of expensive? 35s, no, they're not expensive. 35D is kind of pricey and a nicer grade. Unfortunately, my 35D isn't that nice. I wish my cat would stop doing that. But hey, at least I've got one. So I pulled these out of my junk silver rolls. So I still have a little bit of time to go, but at least I have the first one and I have the last one now in this album. So, and if anybody wants a cat, I have one available. You guys can just take her off my hands. I will almost pay someone to take her off my hands at this point in time. You know, the cool thing about my cat, though, that I do love, I love the fact that when I'm playing with my coins, when she's not running around crazy, she will do exactly that. She will just sit there, watch me play with my coins. She's the best cat I've ever had. I used to have a dog. It didn't work out with me being a flight attendant. I always had to drop my dog off. It was a pug at my friend's house, and my friend had to watch it for a couple days at a time, 3, 4, 5 days. I had to pay my friend all the time, and I just decided to give my friend the dog. And that dog has gotten twice as, it's huge now. It's a little pug, but it's fatter than hell. And it's actually had babies, I guess, with one of her other dogs. It's gotten its groove on a couple times, and has had a couple of, what do you call those, litters of dogs. So anyway, I absolutely love my cat. My cat's a good cat, and she's actually one of the best cats I've had. Great cat. But anyway, I've talked about cars, cats, and dogs. I don't know what else I could talk about in this video, but I just wanted to show you guys, first time I've ever killed an NGC holder. I thought about possibly taking a few more coins out. I hate to say that, but there are a few coins, like, and you guys will see it. I'm about to make the video where I show my whole coin, my graded coins, and finish up my whole coin collection video. But I have a few coins that are rated like cleaned, and maybe they're in here. They're cleaned and they have detail grades, and I could definitely use them for some of these albums that I have. And I've really thought about, well, you know what, is someone really gonna pay like a lot of money? Because it's, I mean, they're not, is it gonna really increase the value that much to, like this one here, okay? I don't need this one for an album, so I'm gonna leave this in the slab. But this was improperly cleaned, and hell, I don't know. Would that be a crime if I took this thing out? Is it gonna cost me money if I take it out? Will people pay like $1 or $2 more for this coin because it's labbed, even though it has the details grade? I don't know. What do you guys think? So anyway, this is another one. I need this one for my Large Ton album. It's an 1803, very good details, corroded, drape bust. It has really good details. It's actually a really nice coin. The corrosion doesn't bother me much on it. But, and the back is in great shape. But I could certainly use that for my Large Ton album. That would be nice. It'd save me a little bit of money. I'm not trying to build like a high-end Large Ton album. My Large Ton album, where is my Large Ton album? It's right here. And I've got decent coins in here. I mean, for the most part, all my coins are like good. Or very good. I'd say very good. So all my coins are pretty nice. You can see the date. You can make out all the details. I mean, none of my coins are in that bad of shape for being Large Tons. But they're definitely all not winners like that, for example. That's a really nice one. You know, some of them look like that, and others look like, it's like this. Some of them look like that, where you can see all the detail, and then others look like that. But you can make out the date, you can see the, I mean, that's decent coin. You know, I'm not trying to build like a high-end quality Large Ton. I just like to have them all. I think that would be a really cool album. This is going to be a neat album to finish, just to say I have them all. But I could certainly use this 1803. Oh, I've got an 1803 already. What am I talking about? Hell, and this one's in better shape than that one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I break this thing out of the slab and put it in here? Is it going to cost me money to do that, since this thing has the details grade? What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate your guys' opinion. So anyway, I've ranted for 10 minutes now about how I opened up an NGC holder, and I've talked about everything else in the process. So I'm going to get on with my next video. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night working on my business, and now it's time for me to make this video so I can go crash in bed, watch some YouTube videos, and hopefully fall asleep.